without question that one could see only one of the plays, or see them one after another over successive nights, and feel that you are having a very satisfying experience, and it's very entertaining, it's very lovely, and that you might in fact think you know everything there is to know. But I think the real joy is the trilogy days, which are every Saturday during the course of the run, and I believe one Sunday in May and one Sunday in June or July. Is it July? I think it's July.
So, yeah.
Because that is the event of this kind of theater. I guess New Yorkers are a bit adept to it now because of Tom Stoppard's trilogy at Lincoln Center, Coast of Utopia. So on a Saturday you go at 11 o'clock in the morning, you see play 1, and then you go to lunch, and then at 3 o'clock you see play 2, and then you go have a little early dinner, and then at 8 you see the last play, and you get a chance to spend the entire day with these 6 characters. And I think it's really only in that kind of way that we're hoping, and in fact I think insisting all the critics see the play as well, the plays, is that it's that in that day that you see how intricately woven the plays are, and how brilliant Alan Ayckbourn has been in bringing them to life.
That must really be physically wearing, although it is an ensemble cast, so the I guess the pain gets spread around.
Exactly. I mean, you know, we all feel it. I mean, I think it's like a slalom. I think, you know, you start and it's a roller coaster. You just kind of go on it,
and then
you just go on it, and you're all kind of together. And because he's such a brilliant ensemble playwright, you know, and there are a few scenes where there's 4 or 6 characters together in this sort of, you know, sort of symphony of dialogue and action. When it goes well, it's just fantastic for all of us. We just get such a buzz out of it.
Because he's written so many comedies, and because he's, in some ways, when he's done in the West End or he's done on Broadway, it's always in a proscenium theater. And there may be a tendency for actors or a director to have those plays played out. I think that's how easy it is for him to be referred to as a farcical writer. And I think sometimes he hasn't gotten the due that I think he deserves as a great playwright, because he's not thought of in the same way that we think of O'Neill or David Mamet or Sam Shepard, or playwrights that write generally serious plays. And I think that what Matthew Warchus, the director of all 3 of these plays, has managed to do in attacking these plays is actually unearth the Chekhovian quality that Ayckbourn has. It is, I must say, painfully funny. I mean, it is side-splittingly funny, and then a second later, it's suddenly poignant, and you keep, you know, peeling back the layers of the onion of these characters, and you get more information. And in many ways, the audience in this experience are the detectives, and we end up knowing more about these characters than they know about themselves.
His objective is to entertain the audience. He wants everyone to laugh, and there are scenes. I mean, every scene has a laugh. You know, even the most tragic scene. I think the themes that he deals with in the plays are undeniably dark. I mean, it's an extremely dysfunctional family trying to function under increasing and extreme pressure. You know, I mean, if you look at it, sort of the bare facts of the story, it's very tragic. But because it's handled and written by Ayckbourn, he brings this humour that comes from the deft way he draws the characters, and the dialogue, which is so subtle and brilliant, and creates this. Each scene is just this perfect sort of comedy.
No one has ever seen Alan Ayckbourn in New York in the round, which is the way that he always writes his plays. The origin of these plays have generally come out of his theater in Scarborough. And for example, when I saw The Norman Conquest at the age of 13 at the Ahmanson Theater in Los Angeles as a drama student, I saw them in a proscenium house at the Ahmanson Theater.
But he writes it for theater.
He writes them in the round. He directs them in the round. And Matthew Warchus came to me about a year before we started the production. He said to me, "I know this is crazy, and it's idiotic for me to even sheepishly ask you, but the more time I spend with the plays, the more time I think about the way I want to approach them, I wish we could honor the way they were originally done." And so I made the decision to reconfigure the 1,000-seat Persini March Theatre of the Old Vic into a theatre in the Round, and we've done exactly the same here at Circle and Square.